Hey everybody, how are you? It's your friend Rabbi Bregman. We are on the cusp of the beginning, at least in the United States, of the holiday of Tisha B'Av, 5777, corresponding to the year 2017. I want to record a quick message for you, some words of Torah, inspiration, something you could think about for the forthcoming fast day. Many people know that Tisha B'Av is the saddest day on the Jewish calendar every year. It is the day in which, in Jewish history, the first temple and second temples were destroyed, and many other tragedies. While it's a day of fasting and national introspection, many people don't know it's also a day of teshuvah. The commentaries, the Rambam, the Chayei Adam, Mishnah Berurah, and others write that if a person would only spend the day fasting, not eating, not drinking, but you're not working on yourself, trying to improve, fix yourself up, things like that, you have in fact wasted a day, a fast day. So what can we be thinking on, working on? There's so many things, my friends. Just want to share with you a little bit of insight, tie it into some contemporary thoughts, and we'll just leave it from there, okay? The Torah makes it very, very clear that the temple, the second temple, which sent us into the current exile, was destroyed because of a sin called sinas chinam. Sinas chinam means baseless hatred, causeless hatred. Chinam means free, for nothing. Sinna means hatred. So hating somebody for no good reason at all, that is a sin according to the Jewish religion, and it is something that is so bad and deleterious and harmful that it caused God to send the Jewish people into Galus, into exile, and destroy his temple. Now, it seems kind of interesting because, first of all, a lot of people don't like other people or hate people, but who does it? That's sinna, but who does it chinam? You ask most people, if you don't like somebody, what does it mean it's chinam? They'll say, oh, I don't like him, I hate them, but it's not for nothing. Oh, I got plenty of reasons why. The short thing I would tell you is that in most cases, in virtually all cases, the machloikis, the division, the hatred, the dispute between people stems about because of superficiality. Listen, human beings, by and large, are amazing. Now, some people might comment on this video below and say, what do you mean? People are horrible. I like dogs. Most dogs I meet on the street, I like better than 90% of humans, okay? Listen to me, my friends. There's plenty to love in the people around us, whether they're your fellow Jew, a co-religionist, a fellow American citizen, whatever the background, a different race and nationality. The key thing to connecting to other people, I'm speaking to you from the heart, is you have to look past superficiality. If all you see is if somebody has a head covering like you, or payas behind their ears like you, or the same skin shade as you, or whatever else, if you're dealing from superficiality, you're not going to be able to connect to another person. You have to be able to look past the surface. The commentaries explain that there's a hint to this. The Shemesh Shmuel, the Vilna Gaon, others, Rav Dessler, they speak about what I'm about to tell you, and that is that we should take note of the fact that this Jewish exile was caused by a nation called Esav, Edom, Esav. Esav shares the root in Hebrew with the word asui, which means done. It's not just refers to the fact that when Esav was born in the Torah, he came out and he was physically done. He looked like an adult. He was hairy. He had hair and he had teeth already. It's not referring just to his physical appearance, but it refers to a spiritual quality, an attitude of done. What I see is all there is. What you see is what you get. Okay? I don't need to learn more. I don't need to look below the surface. I don't need to get to know you. What I see is enough. Okay? When you have that attitude of Esav, of Asui, of done, of superficiality, you're going to suffer because you're not going to be able to connect to other people. You need to have a soft heart, the commentaries say, to connect to others and have Ava Yisrael, love for your fellow Jew, love for your fellow human being. It comes from the heart. If you look in the Talmud in Tractate Sukkah on page 52a, I have some Talmuds over here. One of the things it talks about is that the Yetzer Hara, the inclination for evil inside of a person, goes by 7 names. And if you look at the list in the Talmud, name number 6 on the list is called Even. Even means like a stone, like a rock, like a stone. And sometimes a person, their inclination to do wrong comes from the fact that their essence has become stone-like. Like, what does that mean, stone-like? So if you look in the commentary, I pulled it out of the shelf for you, of the Maharal of Prague. The Maharal writes this in a book called Nesivos Olam. In Nesivos Olam, he has a section over here called Koyach HaYetzer, the strength of the desire to do evil inside of a person. And he explains that a person, instead of having a soft heart, that when you see somebody you want to connect, you want to help, you want to look below the surface, you want to get to know them in their essence, you want to look past superficialities, you see a problem, you want to dive in and get involved and help their life get better. Instead of that vaunted heart that we're supposed to have, which is a heart of flesh, becomes hard as a rock, and we basically turn a deaf ear. We're not interested. We don't want to help. We don't want to connect. We focus on the differences we have, okay? I personally find it to be very irritating and grating how much division exists in the world today. I pretty much walk around every day and I meet people, whether at the gas station, a toll booth, a supermarket, in a building, and I find commonality. There's reason to connect. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter where you come from. There's plenty to connect. There's plenty to connect. You have to train myself, and I have, and you do too. We have to train ourselves to look past the superficial, okay? And we basically take that heart, which has become stone-like. It's hard as a rock. And we don't want to connect to other people, and we have to turn that into a heart of flesh. The Maharal speaks about it, the prophet Yechezkel, Ezekiel speaks about it, the Talmud speaks about it, and this is a core idea necessary when we want to connect to other people. We cannot walk around with like this red magic marker, always looking for what's different between us and somebody else, and making a big red between us and them. That's not the way to do it. The way to do it is to find commonality. Yeah, there's differences between us, but we have to come to people with an attitude of love, desire to connect, and wanting to share. And that is the key. That is the way we're able to break through the sinas chinam, the baseless hatred, and we're able to work on ourselves to becoming loving, proper people. It's the key to the Jewish redemption, and I would suggest, my friends, it is the panacea and healing that'll bring a lot of healing to our society as a whole. Love people. View them as a part of yourself, an extension, and you want to connect. That's the key. I hope this was a helpful message to you. Some interesting words of Torah. This is your friend, Rabbi Bregman. I hope that you'll try to work on this in a practical sense and ask yourself, how much am I trying to connect to other people? Is my heart like a rock, or is it a heart of flesh? And am I able to see similarities and differences? And can I work through that to make somebody else's life better? That's the key. I hope this will be our last Tisha B'Av, and I will see you again. Connect with me, guys. Connect with each other. Do it. You'll be happy, I promise. I am. It works.